For 4 decades, Cardiovascular Institute of the South and Terrebonne General Health System have partnered to deliver a legacy of cardiovascular innovation. We lead the state in advanced programs and complex procedures that you won't find anywhere else. Our specialized treatments for peripheral vascular disease, artery and vein disease, heart valve and structure conditions, arrhythmias, and more attract patients from around the world. Together, we deliver the cardiovascular care that you deserve. Visit tgncis.com to learn more.
All right, we are back to Bayou Time. Martin Foss here with the Chief of Police, Travis Terrio, here in the city of Houma. Chief, good to see you again.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, we once again, we're talking about an overdose, and we have news. And, of course, we've covered so many overdose stories here at HTV, but this is not just a Houma thing. This is a nationwide thing. So what did we find in this one?
So December 18th, our units responded to the 200 block of Marshall Drive, and upon arrival, they found a Bo Haydell, 43 years old, suffering from an apparent overdose. All life-saving attempts were made. Unfortunately, he did succumb to it, and at that point in time, our narcotics division assumed the investigation, and after a very lengthy and strategic investigation, they were able to link Jeffrey Abear, I believe he's 41 years old, of 228 Tiger Tail, to the death of Mr. Haydell, and a warrant for his arrest was obtained for a second-degree murder. Subsequently to his arrest, they conducted a search warrant and located some heroin within his bedroom. Hopefully this does give some closure to the family, and also send a message out that, look, we are looking into these overdose deaths to try and give these families the closure that they deserve.
When you're talking about overdose deaths, Chief, and I think we talked about it before, and not related to this case specifically, but in general, there's a lot of heroin that gets passed around out there. I guess they call it dirty. It just has mixtures of stuff. You never really know what you're getting, right?
Majority of the time, it's an opioid overdose, but majority of the time it's all linked to fentanyl. Which I'm not a scientist, but I believe it's some type of synthetic opioid, from what I understand, and that's the leading cause of deaths in the country right now. But,
and I know y'all have had training and y'all do different things and y'all administer things, but sometimes it just doesn't work, right?
Right. Well, in all of our units, they have Narcan. So as soon as they're getting there, they're given Narcan. I'm sure the fire department has it. Acadian has it. So we do everything we can, but sometimes we're not there fast enough, or we weren't notified, to get there fast enough, or the dose was just too strong to reverse.
Mm-hmm. And, when I read these press releases and I see you come on, and I see you scheduled to come on, and my crew tells me the Chief's coming on to talk about an overdose death. This is one of those news stories that nobody's immune. It doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what your status is in life or whatever. This drug is taking over America. And I know there's been a lot of education on it, a lot of different things on it, but it's just one of those drugs that seems to be so addictive. And once people get on it, it's hard to get off. But there are ways. We have South Central Louisiana Human Services Authority comes on our program regular. They deal with this quite a bit. It's just one of those things, as a chief, you see quite a bit in it.
Yes, and it's really disheartening. And but I tell you what, the guys, they keep pushing. They will continue to try and make a difference. We just hope to save some people, and at least we're able to give closure to a family. We take these very serious, and we investigate each one of them as if it was our own family member, and how we would want it investigated. And we do everything we can. But I tell you what, the investigators on this one did, in our narcotics division, did an extraordinary job of this.
Yeah, well, you've always had a good division. You were in that investigative division at one time too, so.
Yeah.
And it never leaves you, does it?
No, it doesn't. And, it's and whenever you have these big investigations, as bad of a situation it is, it's always good to give some sort of closure. And, at least you feel like you're making a difference.
Yeah, because like I said, when I read these and I know the names and I see the names and I know the names on both sides, and I'm close to family on both sides, and your heart goes out to it, and you just wonder how, back in the day when we rode on the beat with you guys, it was crack cocaine a lot of times. That was the new thing. It was the new phase. But the heroin is just, every time we turn around, there's just a new heroin story. And I guess the bad thing is none of us really have the answer. We got to just keep plugging away at it till it gets through. That's right.
And we're not going to continue working, and our guys are not going to, we are going to continue working, and our guys are not going to quit, and we're going to keep pushing and hopefully make a difference.
Yeah. So, but once again, have y'all sort of geared to that? Like I said, you used to be on different things where it was different drugs, but you got to morph and you got to learn all the drugs and what they do. So it's a learning process.
Yeah. You really have to stay on top of the new trends and the different things coming out. And not only for your community, but you have to stay on top of it for safety so you know what to expect in case you encounter these things.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we appreciate what you do, and thank you for always coming on and being transparent with us. We appreciate it. And tough situation for a few families, but the education continues right here in the area.
Yes, sir.
All right. Once again, the Chief of Police, Travis Terrio, right here on Bayou Time. We'll keep you posted on any developments on this story. Stay tuned to HTV. Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.